Okay, so today, it's been a while. I got us a new toy, which is cool. If you were going to buy this toy by yourself, it would cost you $25,000 a year. Yeah, it's not cheap, but it usually is good for the entire institution. So actually, in bioinformatics terms, this is pretty cheap. So, man. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going over the new toy we got. NextBio. So this is a bioinformatic company that was bought out by Illumina. And the reason why relatively that this software is so cheap, like if you were going to get an institutional license for like say Ingenuity, it would probably cost you $100,000 easily a year, if not maybe even more. Is that Illumina probably makes most of its money with sequencing, right? So what it's trying to do, it kind of bought this bioinformatics company, is that more people are going to sequence if they can get more out of their data. And so what they're doing is kind of using this as their bioinformatic pathway, if you will, pipeline afterwards. And they're offering it pretty cheap because they think that more people that'll use this will get into genomics, that'll want to sequence, that will buy their materials, that will use their Illumina sequencers, is basically what it turns out to be. They are, given that fact, you would think they would be, it'd be easier to get this. It was very difficult. It took me about 3 months of talking with them before they'd finally allowed me to use this. And not only that, but we are using the professional version. That they will sometimes let you try this out, but they will give you a version where you can't upload your gene list or download any gene lists, which is kind of like having a Ferrari parked in your driveway that you can't drive. And I use that analogy too. I think it worked. So anyway, we got the professional version. We're good to go. And normally, when I introduce the software, I've used it for quite a long time, and I'm pretty good at it. Honestly, I really haven't used this much myself, given the fact that I don't have $25,000 lying around, and that this institution hasn't purchased this license yet, I hope. So I've been kind of playing around with it, and I just kind of wanted to introduce this to you as another tool to help you analyze any of the projects that you're on. And I think what you're going to find that this is going to provide you a lot of things that IPA will not. The most important thing that this thing does, and one of the coolest things, is that it has curated data sets. So if you look over here, this NextBio content index, what NextBio has done, and I've been talking about this a lot in bioinformatics, is that the power of this field or these techniques that I'm teaching you isn't so that you can analyze your own data. Oh, there it goes. Isn't because you can just analyze your own data, but there's so much data out there that other people have done that you can analyze. Not only that, is they've paid all the expensive costs for their study, right? I can go out there and go to, the Cancer Genome Atlas, download 1,000 sequences from lung tumors that probably cost more than $1 million to generate, and I can do this for free. They've kind of figured this out, and that's why I like NextBio, is they've kind of been proactive with this. Hey, the public data is, there's a lot of information there. We should make that more available. And remember, we have downloaded data from GEO, right? Was that easy? I mean, the actual just downloading the numbers was easy, right? But like that, the sample data, these people make it easy. So what they have done is they've gone into GEO and they have taken select groups or data sets, and they've actually downloaded them, curated them, attached, the clinical information, and then put it back in their data set so that we don't have to download the data. We can actually just push a button and figure out what genes are different. That's cool. And that's actually, honestly, I think that's where bioinformatics is going, is it's not going to be people that know mathematics or computer systems. It's going to be the people that have programs that allow them just to push buttons and generate all this data. So this is the first wave of this kind of new kind of thinking. And this is basically the data, this is kind of the platform that GEO should have on top of it, but they don't. So in this database, they have 20,000 different data or studies from all different kinds of diseases, organisms, you name it. The nice thing about this is that since they've curated the database and they know all the genes that are different and all the data sets that they've downloaded, what we can do is download any gene list we want into this. So here's how you do that.